A digital firestorm has erupted after U.S. President Donald Trump shared an AI-generated image of himself resembling Jesus Christ on April 13th via Truth Social. Draped in flowing robes and surrounded by divine light, Trump appears to be healing a man, flanked by angelic and soldier-like figures. Fighter jets streak across the sky, fireworks explode in celebration, and the Statue of Liberty rises in the background, symbolizing American power and patriotism. The image triggered sharp backlash from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who reshared it on Orthodox Easter. She wrote, "President Trump attacked the Pope, and then he posted this picture of himself as if he is replacing Jesus." In a follow-up post, she added, "It's more than blasphemy, it's an Antichrist spirit." The controversy quickly spiraled into a meme fest, with users generating altered versions using artificial intelligence. Some claim the figure Trump appeared to heal resembled Jeffrey Epstein, while others replaced faces with global leaders, including Israel's prime minister. As reactions continue to pour in, the viral image has ignited fierce debate worldwide, blurring the lines between politics, religion, and the power of AI-driven propaganda. The controversial post surfaced shortly after Trump launched a fierce attack on Pope Leo XIV, branding him weak on crime and terrible on foreign policy.
We don't like a pope that's going to say that it's okay to have a nuclear weapon. So I'm not a fan of Pope Leo. I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
A stunning transatlantic showdown has erupted between the White House and the Vatican. U.S. President Donald Trump has launched an extraordinary broadside against Pope Leo XIV, sending shockwaves across political and religious circles worldwide.
We don't like a pope that's going to say that it's okay to have a nuclear weapon. We don't want a pope that says crime is okay in our cities. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. He's a very liberal person, and he's a man that doesn't believe in stopping crime. He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon so they can blow up the world. So I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
The president doubled down both online and on the tarmac, igniting a firestorm of global debate. In a lengthy post on Truth Social, Trump delivered a blistering critique, writing, "Pope Leo is weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. I like his brother Louis much better than I like him, because Louis is all MAGA. He gets it, and Leo doesn't." The U.S. president also claimed influence over the Pope's election, stating Leo should be thankful because, as everyone knows, he was a shocking surprise. He wasn't on any list to be Pope and was only put there by the church because he was an American, and they thought that would be the best way to deal with President Donald J. Trump. If I wasn't in the White House, Leo wouldn't be in the Vatican. The defining line caps a tirade spanning immigration, nuclear weapons, Venezuela, COVID-era church closures, and even the Pope's own family. The extraordinary outburst followed mounting tensions after Pope Leo condemned the U.S.-led war in Iran. The immediate trigger came during a prayer service at St. Peter's Basilica, where the pontiff warned against what he described as the delusion of omnipotence behind the conflict and urged leaders to pursue peace. With moral clarity, the Pope declared, "Enough of the idolatry of self and money, enough of the display of power, enough of war." In another address from St. Peter's Square, delivered before tens of thousands, he issued a stark warning. God does not listen to leaders who wage war and whose hands are full of blood. The remarks were widely interpreted as a direct rebuke amid escalating tensions involving the United States, Iran, and Israel.
they're gone. They're all dead, other than one who may have a little life in him.
The clash is now out in the open. Pope Leo delivers a blistering warning, saying God does not listen to leaders who wage war, whose hands are full of blood. A direct moral strike, landing as tensions explode between the U.S., Iran, and Israel. From St. Peter's Square, in front of tens of thousands, the Pope draws a red line.
Questo è il nostro Dio.
This is our God, Jesus, King of Peace, a God who rejects war, whom no one can use to justify war. He does not listen to the prayers of those who wage war.
And then the knockout blow. He does not listen to the prayers of those who wage war, but rejects them. Quoting a Bible passage, he added, "Even though you make many prayers, I will not listen. Your hands are full of blood." No names, but the timing? Unmistakable. Days earlier, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth prayed for enemies who deserved no mercy. Now, troops are moving, thousands deployed across the Middle East, and on the other side, Iran fires back.
All'inizio della settimana santa siamo più che...
At the start of Holy Week, we are even more close with prayer to the Christians in the Middle East who are suffering the consequences of an atrocious conflict. In many cases, they cannot live fully the rites of these holy days. While the Church contemplates the mystery of the Passion of the Lord, we cannot forget how many people today are participating in a real way in His suffering. Their trials appeal to the conscience of all. Let us raise our prayers to the Prince of Peace so that He may support people wounded by war and open concrete paths of reconciliation and peace.
Soon after, U.S. President Donald Trump stepped in front of the press, doubling down on his stance. Calling the Iran war ahead of schedule, Trump said the U.S. is now dealing with a completely different set of people, whom he described as reasonable, adding that a deal with Tehran could come pretty soon. At the same time, he claimed many targets in Iran have already been destroyed and expressed confidence in a regime change. A striking contrast in tone. Talks of diplomacy alongside declarations of destruction.
So we've had very good negotiations today with Iran, getting a lot of the things that they should have given us a long time ago. We'll see how it works out, but they're very good, moving along very nicely. They've destroyed a lot of additional targets today. The Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone, we know that. But we destroyed many targets today. It was a big day. And we are negotiating with them directly and indirectly. We have emissaries, but we also are dealing directly. And as you know, they've agreed to send 8 boats 2 days ago, and then they added another 2, so it was 10 boats. And now today they gave us as a tribute, I don't know, I can't define it exactly, but they gave us, I think out of a sign of respect, 20 boats of oil, big boats of oil, going through the Hormuz Strait. And that's taking place starting tomorrow morning. Over the next couple of days, a lot of boats. And I would only say that we're doing extremely well in that negotiation. But you never know with Iran, because we negotiate with them and then we always have to blow them up, whether it's the B-2 bombers or just terminating, as an example, the Iran nuclear deal done by Barack Hussein Obama, probably the worst deal we've ever done as a country, one of the dumbest deals we've ever done. But I terminated it, unfortunately, otherwise right now they'd have a nuclear weapon. Then we did the attack with the B-2 bombers and we stopped them from having nuclear. And now we had to blow them up again. And we will probably, I think we'll make a deal with them, pretty sure. Whether it's possible, we won't. But we've had regime change, if you look already, because the one regime was decimated, destroyed, they're all dead. The next regime is mostly dead. And the third regime, we're dealing with different people than anybody's dealt with before. It's a whole different group of people. So I would consider that regime change. And frankly, they've been very reasonable. So I think we've had regime change. I mean, you can't do much better than that. The regime that was really bad, really evil was the first one. That was done. The second was appointed, and they're gone. They're all dead, other than one who may have a little life, you know. And then they're really in the third group, and the third group of people that seem to be much more reasonable. It truly is regime change.
Back at the Vatican, the Pope doubles down. He points to Jesus, who refused to fight, even in his final moments. He revealed the gentle face of God, who always rejects violence. No weapons, no retaliation, only sacrifice. But on the global stage, restraint is fading, troops are ready, threats are louder, and the divide is now undeniable.